in schools, laptops and like Chromebooks and stuff like that are becoming like increasingly popular. And I need to use my Chromebook for like half of my subjects or more. And so I was just wondering, is there any like ways you can protect yourself from that, even though it's sort of mandatory to use those?
Or even just, the fact that schools have so much Wi-Fi and EMF in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to control that environment because Weston, you're not really deciding what's in that environment. You're sort of being pushed to do what the school system wants you to do. But there are a little bit of things you can do. Like, for example, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but when you're very, very, very close to a device, that's when it's potentially the most dangerous to the human body. When you have it 4 foot away, most of those dangers are gone. So the distance that you have between you and the device is the more it's away, the better it is. So in other words, if you put it in front of your head and you were reading it and it was 6 inches between your nose and the screen, that's when it's fairly dangerous. But you take it 2 foot away, 80% of the danger is gone simply by moving it a little bit away. If you take it and go up to 4 foot, 98% of the danger is gone. So be aware of the stuff around you. There are other devices in the room, but there's a little bit of a distance and you don't control those devices. But in general, if you sort of pay attention to what you're doing, you help your protect yourself. The other thing is when you're not using the Chrome, simply turn it off. Or put it in airplane mode. Believe it or not, that 50% of the time that you're not using it, having that device off is really a good idea because it's not directly influencing your own body. There may be stuff you don't control, that your friends may be using it, and you can't tell them to turn it off. You maybe should suggest they do because by turning it off, it actually helps all the classmates.
Well, exactly. I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate everybody on,
Yeah.
best practices.
Just turn it off and you're really pretty safe. Put it in airplane mode. I prefer it off, by the way, because in airplane mode, there's background stuff going on that's transmitting and receiving. So